everybody, Tess Crawley here, clinical and forensic psychologist and director of Dr. Tess Crawley and Associates. We are a psychology practice in Hobart, if you don't know who we are, and we have offices both in Hobart, which is where I am today, and in Launceston in the north of Tasmania, and we do rural outreach to Georgetown and Scottsdale and the whole length of the east coast of Tasmania, from St Helens all the way down to Tribunna. Now today I have to confess that yesterday there was no live vlog from me because I fell asleep on my couch, and that is a really rare occurrence for me. I really don't like naps at all. Usually they make me feel quite nauseous. So I'm just going to share our post straight into the Stigma Rebellion while I think of that, because one of our very dear Stigma Rebels checked in on me today to see if I was all right. So let's just share into the Stigma Rebellion. There we go. And look, while I'm at it, I might even see if I can share into the other pages as well and do all of that live, because I haven't really done that before. Hobart Perinatal Psychology, if you don't know about that, we also have a division of the practice called Hobart Perinatal Psychology, and it has its own Facebook page. And a lot of our clinicians do a lot of targeted work in perinatal and infant mental health, so it's a really passionate area of practice for me and for the team. And also sharing into our other page, Rural Psychology Tasmania, which if you've seen some of the other videos I've done, you'll know that we have a real passion for rural mental health and that we do support our communities in the east coast and the north of the state as best we can. So that's that all shared. Yes, so one of our Stigma Rebels, who I won't name because she knows who she is, very sweetly checked in on me today to see if I was okay, because there was no vlog from me yesterday, and she obviously knows that there's a daily vlog usually from me. If you don't know what a vlog is, it's like a video blog vlog. So thank you for checking in on me. I am fine. I have had a couple of really busy days, and yesterday resulted in some very exciting news for the practice, and I can only tell you a little bit of that news. I can see Kara's watching, and I can see somebody else is watching live today too, but I don't know who, so do feel free to say hello. Yesterday I interviewed Lee. Good afternoon to you. Yesterday I hired a new member of the team for Hobart, and I'm so excited. Her name is Pippa, and she's going to be starting next week, and she has just finished her requirements for the Masters of Clinical Psychology, and she's going to start next week offering a few services just while she gets all her registration paperwork sorted out. So she's starting with us as a provisional psych, but within a few weeks we hope, certainly by Christmas, all her registration paperwork will be up and running and she'll be transformed into a clinical registrar for us. Now Pippa, I'm going to introduce you to her formally via a vlog next week sometime, because she's a really exciting person to have on our team, because not only is she a highly trained provisional psychologist, she also runs a yoga school. So she's got lots of really interesting tips around relaxation and using strategies both from psychology and from yoga to treat, for example, trauma. So she completed her master's project looking at the benefits of yoga practice in trauma recovery, and she's done a lot of work already working with veterans, Defence Forces personnel and so on, around their recovery from traumatic experiences. So we're really excited to have Pippa on board. She's going to be starting, as I said, in a casual fashion, and she'll be available as of next week, and she will be, I think, building up to about 3 days a week. So she's going to be a really solid part of our Hobart team. I also yesterday offered a position to, and I haven't got any signed paperwork yet because she is currently interstate, but a former student of mine has also been offered a position to join the practice in Hobart, and she will be on board hopefully by Christmas once she's relocated back to Hobart. So I'm very, very excited to have her as well. And there's other news, but I just can't tell you yet because all of that is, you know, there's still ink to be dried on pieces of paper. Look, you can tell I'm a bit excited. Miles is excited. We're all having a lovely day here in the practice. This is what happens when I go to sleep too early of a night. I get a little bit too much energy the next day. So yesterday was a huge day. Today I've interviewed some more people and we're looking at having some people join our Launceston team, and our Launceston clinicians will be very excited once we secure some additional team members for Launceston, because the referrals have been coming in pretty thick and fast, and I expect that we're going to be very busy in Launceston right up to Christmas and beyond. So we're doing what we can to make sure that we've got enough clinicians on the ground so that everybody who needs some support in the lead up to Christmas can have that support. I was asked recently, so I don't know if you saw the post I put up asking for people to put up suggestions for topics that they'd like me to discuss, and one of those topics was a really good topic on what it is to be a carer. And lo and behold, the very night, I think it was, maybe the next morning, a colleague of mine from Western Australia, a mental health social worker based in Western Australia, did a vlog on that very, very topic. So what I'm going to do later on today is track down that video and post it here for you. So those of you who are interested in the challenges facing those who are in carer roles, there'll be a video today sometime. Won't be me talking, it'll be Samantha Dew, who's a mental health social worker based in Fremantle, I think, in Western Australia, and she's very lovely, and I'm sure you'll enjoy her video. So today I just wanted to touch base, let you all know that there's some exciting things happening in the practice. We're one step closer to being able to make a really big announcement that I keep hinting at, I can't wait to be able to fill you in on all the exciting plans we've got happening in the practice in the lead up to Christmas. So keep watching these videos because there will be some very exciting news. Now the other thing that is really, really exciting is I'm sitting in my new pod, or my little office pod. So if I show you around, look at this. This is a little self-contained office. It's got glass on both sides. There's our little messy kitchenette and there's our waiting room, and it's fully soundproofed. Soundproof. And what I'm going to be doing is getting the windows frosted so there's a bit more privacy. And I've been having interviews and meetings and things in here and nobody can hear. It's like a cone of silence. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to show you around the practice because I don't know that I've done that really before, and there aren't any clients in the building. So I come back out of the little pod. I'll show you what it looks like. So, oh, I need to turn the camera around, don't I? Sorry. So there you go. There's my big pod. And that's my little standalone office. And when I show you what's next door, if you're one of the lucky people who gets to have a phone consult, some of our clinicians will be talking to you from in here. So that's our little phone booth. So these are really exciting. They are made in Finland and they've come to us all the way from Finland on a ship, on a boat. And everyone's commenting on them. We really love them. Now to show you around, if you'd like to see a consulting room, here's one of our consulting rooms. So this was my office previously, and our red chairs have become a bit famous because we've got a couple of the offices now have the red chairs in them. So if you come to see one of our Hobart clinicians, this is one of our consulting rooms, and I'll show you down the length of the practice. Here's Miles. Say hi, Miles. Okay, so here's our waiting area. So we have some beautiful Tasmanian artworks in our practice. I'm a bit of an art collector. And that one, there's a painting of the Bridport Estuary by Stephanie Tabram, who's one of my favourite Tasmanian painters. And there's Lindy, who's one of my favourite Tasmanian admin people. And behind her is one of our beautiful Luke Wagner paintings, which is from Lake Pedder, painted from memory from when he was a child. And another one of our famous red red consulting rooms with some Nathan Taylor paintings on the wall there. So that's us. We've got 4 consulting rooms in Hobart. We've got lots of space. It's a bit empty today. Everybody's out doing their thing, out having lunch and whatever it is that they might be doing. I'll pop back into my little cubby hole in my little booth, and hope you liked the little tour and I didn't make you seasick. So this is our Salamanca office. Now in Launceston it's a very different space. It's really, really big in Launceston. Our space in Launceston takes up a whole floor of a very old building that used to be the ANZ Bank, and so the Hobart team's very jealous of the Launceston team because they've got such a beautiful space up there. Lots of room up there for us to run groups, which we will be doing in the future. I've had some requests based on our anxiety management group that starts in Hobart on Saturday. Some people have been asking about groups in Launceston, and we do hope to have some of those up and running, if not over the school holidays, then certainly by early next year. So we've got lots of lovely space in Launceston as well. Our rural outreach services are usually clients are being seen in medical centres like GP practices. So in Georgetown it's at the hospital, in Scottsdale it's at one of the doctor's surgeries there, in St Helens it's at the Hub for Health, which is the Oka Medical Centre. St Mary's, I think it's in a community space. Sarah will correct me because it's changed in St Mary's. In Bicheno, we're at the practice of the lovely Liz Brown, and in Foster Street in Bicheno. In Swansea, we're in the medical centre there with Doctors Camilla Brown and Andrew Grove, who very look after us very, very nicely in Swansea. And then in Triabunna, we're at the East Coast Health and Spring Bay Medical Centre there, hosted by Doctors Pranesh Naidu and Winston Johnson. So we get around and about, and our clinicians really do spend some time in a number of locations, really, making sure that you get the help that you need if you need it. So that's it for today. Just a little catch up and let you know what's happening in the practice. We've got some more news that will unfold as time goes on, and don't forget to let me know if there are topics that you'd like me to cover, either myself personally or if I can find some information for you, I will, and I'll share that with you all as we go forward. So watch out for that post today on carers that Samantha Dew will be talking about. That's it for me today. Have a lovely day. It's a public holiday in Hobart tomorrow, so have a great day off if you are Hobart based, and I look forward to talking to all of you again tomorrow. I am heading up the East Coast tomorrow, so Orford, gird your loins, we're coming, and I will see all of you then. Have a great day. Bye bye for now. Bye.